welcome back to another video. I know I've been gone for a long time. There's just not a lot of things to talk about in regards to sports right now. So I took a few weeks off, took a hiatus, and there's a lot of other things going on in everyone's lives. So I'm hoping you can forgive me for that. But I'm back, so hopefully this stays. I got some things to talk about in regards to the sports world. So hopefully there's some more videos coming up, pretty quickly, pretty often within the next few days. But today I want to talk about something that I've actually been meaning to talk about, probably should have been talked about already, and that is the Patriots schedule for the 2020 season. Obviously, it got released a few weeks ago, so let's get right into that. Week one, barring any, coronavirus cancellations, hopefully that doesn't happen. And there might not even be fans. There probably won't be fans, but I think football is played with or without fans in the stadiums because the NFL is not going to lose all that money willingly. There's no chance whatsoever the way that they are. So week one, Sunday, September 13th, the Patriots host the Miami Dolphins. Now, there's some games on the schedule that I think are for sure wins. There's some games that I think are for sure losses, and there's some that are either like 50-50 or, some in favor of the Patriots, maybe a little bit in favor of their opponent, but I could think, it would go either way. It could go either way. This one, I think, is a win. Home against the Dolphins, week one. I don't think Tua Tagovailoa is going to be starting yet for the Dolphins. Even if he is, I still think it's a win. The Dolphins just, they improved as a team through the draft and free agency, but they just didn't do enough. I still think Bill Belichick can outcoach Brian Flores enough to beat them, especially at home. On the road, we'll see later on in the video in regards to in Miami when that's later in the schedule. But as far as being home is concerned, I think the Patriots win. Now, week two, Sunday, September 20th, in Seattle, I think this is a loss. There's no way around it. I think this is a loss. There's no percentages to go in either direction. I think this is one of those for sure losses. Again, even without fans, the Patriots have to travel across the country, and that's never good. Also, the Seahawks are a very good team. So the NFC West is a very tough division. So I think this is unfortunately a loss for the Patriots. But I think the most important thing is week one and week two, Jarrett Stidham needs to be starting those games. Brian Hoyer is not the answer, obviously. And I think it would be an injustice to Jarrett Stidham to start Brian Hoyer over him, even to bring him in slowly. It just makes no sense. You want to get this guy a win, pretty much an easy win against the Dolphins in week one. And having Brian Hoyer get that win and then probably throwing him to the Sharks in Seattle and then taking him out and throwing Jarrett Stidham in there too, it just doesn't make any sense. I've seen it happen a million times to young quarterbacks. The veteran that is supposed to be the stopgap gets beat up by an elite team. You throw the rookie in there. He looks okay for a couple of drives, and then he just gets eaten alive because that team is just so good. It just doesn't make any sense to do that to Jarrett Stidham. So I think him starting right away makes way more sense than just throwing him in there later on. But moving along, Sunday, September 27th, it's week three, home against the Las Vegas Raiders. They're not the Oakland Raiders anymore. They are now the Las Vegas Raiders. And I think this is more of a toss-up than the other two. I think, obviously, the Dolphins were a for-sure win, and the Seahawks were a for-sure loss. I think this is more of a toss-up. I wouldn't say it's 50-50, but I would definitely say it's in the Patriots' favor. 70-30, 80-20, whatever you want to call it, percentage-wise. I think the Patriots end up winning this game. There's a chance they could lose it, but I don't think that's likely. I think the Patriots win this at home. Now, next week, Sunday, October 4th, that's a loss because they are heading to Kansas City to play the Kansas City Chiefs. And the defending Super Bowl champions, they've already beaten the Patriots before. I think this is a loss. There's no way around it. Not really much to talk about. The Chiefs are who they are, and the Patriots are now who they are. So, unfortunately, that's probably a loss. But moving along, week 5, the Patriots come back home on Sunday, October 11th, to host the Denver Broncos. I think this is just like the Raiders. I think this is a toss-up. I think it's a little closer to a loss than it would be for the Raiders. But I'm gonna lean with a win here, just because they're home. Even if there's no fans in the stands, the Patriots are home with this game, and I think they win just solely because of that. Let's say it's 50-50, let's say it's 55, whatever, 60-40. Let's just do that. 60-40 in favor of the Patriots. If it was in Denver, I'd probably have it the other way around and say the Broncos probably win this game. But I'm going to go with the Patriots. So now I have them at 3-2. Yeah, so they start off 3-2 on the season, heading into their week 6 bye, which is a very early bye week for the Patriots, considering the last few years with Tom Brady. It's usually been around like week 8, 9, 10, 11, like those weeks where the bye weeks are. So this is a pretty early one for the Patriots, and I don't really like that. I don't like the early break, but it is what it is. With change at quarterback, I guess change comes with the schedule. This is a new era, so I guess it's just something we have to deal with. So they come out of the bye Sunday, October 25th, hosting the San Francisco 49ers. So although they're home, this is a loss. They're playing both the teams that went to the Super Bowl last year, and they're both teams either didn't get much worse or at least got better. So there's really no way around that. That's a loss, and they played them within 3-4 weeks of each other, at least 3 games, 4 weeks total. So I hate to say it, but that's a loss. And Jimmy Garoppolo comes in and shows everyone why he should have been the guy after Tom Brady, unfortunately. So there we go, 3-3 Patriots heading into week 8. Yes. Yeah, week 8. So week 8 is Sunday, November 1st. They are heading to Buffalo to play the Buffalo Bills. The Bills obviously got a lot better. They've kind of been a pain in the butt the past few years for the Patriots. And they're projected to win the division, and I honestly think they might. They probably will. They can probably win this division. This game specifically, I have the Patriots losing. I think this is a 50-50 for me. They're in Buffalo. They can still beat the Bills because they're familiar with them, but talent-wise, the Bills are ahead now, I'd say. And it's a toss-up, but being on the road, with or without fans, I'm giving it to the Bills for this game. So the Patriots have a losing record this late in the season for the first time in who knows how long. I can't remember, and I don't think anyone else really watching this video can remember that. So let's see. So that's a win-loss, 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 loss. So that's 3-4 for the Patriots. So heading into, what's this, week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Heading into week 9. This is a Monday night game. The Monday night game for week 9 is the Patriots heading on the road again they're still in New York, but going to, or technically New Jersey. They're going to New Jersey to face the New York Jets in MetLife Stadium. I think this is a win. This is an easy win, even on the road. The Jets stink. I don't think they're going to be much of a challenge. They're probably better than they were last year, but it's really not by much. I don't have a lot of faith in Sam Darnold as a quarterback, to be honest, and not really as Adam Gase is an awful coach. So I'm going to roll with the Patriots. They're going to go back being even at 4-4. But that's not going to last long because the next week, Sunday, November 15th, they come home. I think this is the Sunday night game, unless I'm mistaken, but I'm pretty sure this is a Sunday night game. They host the Baltimore Ravens. who they hosted last year. I'm pretty sure. That's a loss. That's a loss. The Ravens, they probably should have gone, or not should have gone to the Super Bowl, but they probably should have been like right there with the Chiefs. Unfortunately for them, they got upset by the Titans, but they got better too through the draft and free agency. They didn't really lose much at all. So I think they come in here and there's not really a toss up here, and they come and beat the Patriots and drop the Pats record to 4-5. Now next week the Patriots head to Houston, so this is a little bit of a tough stretch. Probably the toughest stretch of the schedule, I'd say, just because of like all the road games that are involved with this. But Sunday, November 22nd, they go to Houston. I think this is a toss-up, especially more than last year. I don't really expect the Patriots to lose this time to the Texans, but they could. I'd say this is another one that's 50-50, just like the Bills in Buffalo. But I'm instead of leaning towards a loss, like I did with the Bills, I think this is a win just because the Texans just aren't as good of a team, and Bill O'Brien's honestly just an idiot in regards to being a GM. I mean, he's an okay coach, solid coach, but I think they lose this game to the Patriots, and the Patriots jump back up to 5-5. So yeah, that's a win. But it's a one that can go either way. But I have the Patriots winning that one. The next week is another one that I think can go either way. It's not. I wouldn't say it's 50-50. The Arizona Cardinals coming to Gillette on Sunday, November 29th. That's another toss-up, but I would say more like a 60-40 in favor of the Patriots. Another one that could go either way. I think the Patriots win that game and improve to 6-5. Yes, that is 6-5. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 6-5 for the Patriots. So the following week they go to on December 6th. They go to L.A. Inglewood, to be more specific, to play against the Los Angeles Chargers, not the San Diego Chargers. The Los Angeles Chargers, and I think this game and the next game are both toss-ups. Which, the next game is Thursday night, which means the Patriots don't have a lot of rest. But here's the thing. They're going to stay in L.A. For this game with the Chargers, and the next week's game, which is against the Los Angeles Rams. So they played back-to-back Los Angeles teams in Los Angeles. They don't have to move anywhere. I know they don't have a lot of rest, but I think they win both these games. I think they're a toss-up, but I have them both in favor of the Patriots. I think both teams have gotten worse. The Chargers, they drafted a quarterback in Justin Herbert, but he's going to take some time. Who knows if he's even starting at this point? He might be this late in the season, but who knows? And if it's Tyrod Taylor, I think the Patriots win. They've seen him before in Buffalo. I just think they win this game. And then they obviously know the Los Angeles Rams. They played them and beat them in the Super Bowl, and I think that score will be pretty much the same as it was in the Super Bowl. It's going to be just as quote-unquote boring of a game, defensive game. I think the Patriots win both of these games, and that would improve them to, what's that, 7-4? Let me see. I keep forgetting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Win-loss, 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 loss, win. I'll figure it out at the end. I'm getting in my own head at this point. This is what happens when you go away for this long. So, next up is the Miami Dolphins. So this is the third straight game on the road. Like I said, it's a tough stretch on the road. I think this is a loss. The Patriots aren't. I know Tom Brady is the one that is usually not very good in Miami, but I think the Patriots overall just don't really look that good in general. With or without him in Miami, it's a tough place to go for them for whatever reason, and I think this is a loss. So that's one of the last games in the season. So there's only 2 games left, and I'm gonna just say it right now. I think the Patriots. I don't think there's any toss up here. I think the Patriots beat the Buffalo Bills on December 28th, Monday night game. And then I think they beat the Jets the following week on January 3rd to close out the season in week 17. So that being said, let's tally it up like I was just trying to do not too long ago. So Miami Dolphins is a win. Seattle Seahawks is a loss. Vegas Raiders win. Kansas City Chiefs loss. Denver Broncos win. San Francisco 49ers loss. So we're at 3-3. Buffalo Bills loss. New York Jets win. Baltimore Ravens loss. Houston Texans win. So that's 5-5. Arizona Cardinals win. Chargers win. Rams win. So that's 8-5. Miami Dolphins loss. Buffalo Bills win. And New York Jets win. So that's 10-6. So for me, that's the best case scenario. The Patriots, the New England Patriots this year, best case scenario is 10-6, which honestly isn't that bad. That's a playoff team, especially with this added playoff team. They're putting that in this season. So there's an extra playoff team this year. I think the Patriots, they probably won't go 10-6. They can. They probably won't. Probably more like 8-8 or 9-7. There's probably a couple of toss-ups that I had in here that are more than likely losses instead of wins. But I think the Patriots, the best case scenario is 10-6. Worst case scenario is 100%. It's 6-10. It's the exact opposite. So if the Patriots don't go 10-6, they can probably go 8-8, 9-7, and worst case scenario is 6-10. I know I've been pretty pessimistic in other videos before about their potential, but looking at the schedule, it is a tough schedule with some teams. They're like, those guaranteed losses are just losses. Like there's really no chance to me if they pull off an upset in one of those. Put some money on it because you'll probably make a lot. I just don't think those teams are going to lose to this kind of Patriots team, because it's just not really that close right now. Maybe in future years, but in general, it's a tough schedule. Having to play the 49ers and the Ravens at home would be nice, but they're just so far ahead that I don't think it's going to be much of a challenge for those teams. Hopefully, they do go 10-6. That's the hope. Hopefully they go undefeated. That's the real hope. That's not going to happen, but let's just roll with 10-6 at this point. That's really their max potential this year, and probably for the next couple of years too. Hopefully 6-10, because if they go 6-10, they're not going to get. That's really not a good draft pick in today's NFL. You really basically have to go, winless or maybe win like 3 games to really get a top 3 pick. So the Patriots, even at 6-10, will probably be like, around the 10th pick, which is just not good enough for them. I know it's a deep draft next year, but that's definitely not good enough to get one of the top tier quarterbacks. They're going to go with the top 2, 3 picks, 4 picks pretty much. So yeah, I think if the Patriots can get it done, they can definitely get a playoff spot. From there on out, who knows? Because it's an uphill battle, because the best of the best teams from each conference obviously make the playoffs each year, and who knows who they would get matched up with at that point, because if they have to play the Ravens or the Chiefs or one of those other teams, once they reach the playoffs, I don't think they have much of a chance in those games either. But it would be nice to at least see them get there and keep that playoff run going, at the very least. That's what it is. 10-6. Write it down. Keep it in your minds. 10-6 or 6-10. Those are my top 2 picks for the way the season goes for the Patriots. Hold me to it. I won't deny it. And hopefully it's more of the wins than the losses. So until next time, thank you for watching this video. I appreciate all the support again so far. I know I was gone for a while, but now I'm back. Welcome back to us. Welcome back in general. And hopefully this whole coronavirus thing ends soon. I hope everyone's doing okay out there. And I really, like I said, I really appreciate the support. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.